like more conventional mill vicar, or the Dagger puts 5, I'm sorry.
So the race should start soon. Countdown already started. And there we go, Kimp starting, and Modo starting too.
Alright, let's go. So Kimp is starting here with Thief and Black Firebombs, because Black Firebombs will make him have a faster asylum. And the Thief class gives him the Master Key, so he basically has 2 starting gifts for the price of 1, where Kahmul only has the Master Key, next to the old version of Asylum.
Yeah, the reason for the Hunter start on Kahmul's side is the bow starting item he will have too, which is one of the requirements to for the Moonstone pitch.
We'll explain the moveset pitch when we get there. Luckily neither of them are doing ESM or anything the like, because that's gonna be tough to explain.
Our timer is not quite yet synced up, but we should get there soon to get a clear picture of how the runners compare.
Yeah, it'll be anytime soon. So they're both talking to Oscar here, and talking to Oscar that can be faster than killing him, and they received the key. They need to open this upcoming door and kill Asylum Demon.
In the case of Kim, he will just go down because he already killed Asylum with the firebombs. So Kim already has a little bit faster Asylum start.
Yeah, but 10 seconds in a race is like nothing major. So yeah, both runners actually start to have different routes from the very beginning. So that's really interesting to see. You won't know for sure who is faster until like the very end.
Most likely at least.
Yeah, since Kahmul will grab Darkbeat, Kimp will not. So even after the DLC, like Kahmul has slightly faster fights. For example, Kimp will do the Battle of Chaos segment way earlier than Kahmul. So it's like really hard to compare both runners. So upcoming is a little bit of running segment, and Kimp is gonna go. Kimp and Kahmul are both gonna visit the merchant. Kimp is gonna go and buy the rapier, the bottomless box, some throwing knives, and a shield, I think. And Kahmul is only gonna buy the bottomless box and the rapier, if I'm not mistaken. The bottomless box is required for a duplication glitch later on.
Yeah, that quantity storage glitch. That made a lot of routes viable.
Yeah, definitely. Quantity storage is, well, we get to that later, but it's a really cool and pretty recent glitch. That really, like, is good for almost every route in the marathon.
Yeah, I'm only getting 10 firebombs here for the early Hydra.
Right.
Because Moore will actually kill the Hydra for Dragon Scale. He needs to upgrade the main weapon of his road, while Kimp will pick it up somewhere off the side.
Exactly. I think we'll get a 3 cycle on Hydra, was it not?
Yeah, with the bombs, should be.
Yeah.
So both runners picking up the gold pen resin in the chest here for the Terrorist Demon boss fight coming up. Because the gold pen resin just adds a lot of damage for this early game fight.
Yeah, all the damage you will see here is gold pine resin.
Yeah, basically. In Kimp's side, you will also see 3 damage proc once from the bandit knife.
There you go.
The main damage is the gold pen resin, adds a lot.
Yeah, so the fast weapon here makes make Taurus Demon quick work for Kimp. Since, like we said, like most damage you're gonna see is from the gold pine resin. So a fast weapon really has like the upper hand on this fight. Even though Kahmul's fight is still really fast, Kimp has a slightly faster Charles Demon there. But on the downside, yeah. Kimp has to, oh, he does it properly, nice.
Yeah, it's a trick. He wants to cut the tail here for the Drake Sword, because that's also the mechanic of giving you weapons if you cut tails. And the Drake Sword is a really good weapon for the early game, so it falls off really hard in late game because it has no scaling at all.
Kahmul having the bow is making this like a whole lot easier.
We saw a lot of runners having trouble hitting the Sparrow Knives in this tournament. But not if you have a bow, that's no problem anymore.
So they're both gonna go and get the Parish Bonfire here, and then do a little bit of backtracking. It's needed for a cage that's coming up right after Gargoyles. It's called Sense Gate Skip. We'll get to that a little bit later, but for now you only have to know that they grab this bonfire here in order to do the skip in a bit.
Also helps for safety, because bonfires are checkpoints in this game.
Yeah.
So obviously safety is not the main purpose for speed.
But it's a nice bonus.
It's a
Kimp
nice
actually
bonus,
not
definitely.
leveling up endurance here, which he could do. Because Kimp started as a thief, he cannot have 4 hits with the Drake Sword. It just consumes just a little bit too much stamina. He went full strength, which actually has no benefit because what Red earlier explained is the Drake Sword has no scaling. So this is kind of a bad kind of leveling, but I'm sure you will back it up.
Kimp's Hollow Room. Oh, can I wait for anything? Kimp's Hollow Room is a little bit spookier than Kahmul's because he doesn't have a shield. And his fight will also be a little bit harder because he doesn't have a bow yet.
Quick thing to mention that both runners actually activated the elevator to go and visit Stray Demon later on. Oh, we see actually the Moosop glitch on Kahmul's side right now. And Red, you can explain that one.
Thank you very much. Basically, the Moosop glitch allows you to transfer the running, plunging, and rolling attack animation of your right-hand weapon on the left-hand weapon. And why that works is basically because you will switch out a bow during an animation, and the bow doesn't have those attacks. So the new weapon you have in your left hand, which shouldn't be possible, but is with that glitch, will take those attack animations from the other weapon equipped. And that's why you will see the runners picking up thrusting weapons, because they have a quick double step on the running attack.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Kahmul had like a little bit of a faster fight because of the Moosop glitch there, where Kimp doesn't have a bow yet, which is required for the Moosop glitch. So yeah, Kahmul has a little bit of a faster Gargoyles fight, which you definitely use to catch up here. And Kimp on the right side and Kahmul on the left side are gonna go and buy at least 999 arrows. Never mind, Kahmul's not gonna do that, I knew that. but Kim certainly did. Kim bought 999 arrows, which is used for the quantity storage glitch you will explain later on. Just keep in mind that he bought 999 arrows there.
He also bought a weapon smith box, which allows him to upgrade weapons and bonfires now, which is kind of handy for speed purposes if you don't have to return to the blacksmith every time you want to upgrade a weapon. Now you will see both runners make fancy jumps down there to get the Cross-Quest shield and the Red Tearstone ring. Kim, I'm sorry, actually gonna pick up a bow now, and this longbow that he just picked up is his bow that he will use for the Moosop glitch, where Kahmul actually started with it right in Asylum. Yeah, and here we see the time loss of Asylum coming back for Kahmul. Because the faster goggle fight and not needing to pick up the bow. Basically means that he now caught up to Cimp. So both will send up the elevator and quit out, because if you send it up and quit out and load back in, it will be on the top. So a little bit faster to quit out there.
Yeah, and both runners are now on their way to go and pick up the rotation ring. And the rotation ring is probably the most overpowered weapon in this game. It boosts your attack by 50% as long as your health is below 20%, but those 50% is before enemy defense, basically. So before there's any defense calculations, the rotation ring is gonna like boost your attack by 50%, which will eventually result in like a double damage for both runners there on each attack.
Yeah, it's pretty strong and boosts the damage by quite a lot.
Yeah.
And you will see both runners using the bow they got from Taurus the second time now, and that's because of a glitch that we at least used to call item dupe, which is not really a duplicate of the item, but you can use the item infinite times.
Yeah, you use the queuing system to queue up the action of the bow, and before you're actually gonna get the prompt, you're gonna go and drink an Estus flask, and that's gonna like bring up the prompt. And if you say yes, you're actually gonna consume an Estus flask, but stay off the bow.
Yeah, but also right want to keep their Estus flasks. You can also use the Dark Sign or anything else. But Estus flask is just the fastest because it's the top of the inventory.
Yeah, it's on top of it. And on the left side you're gonna see Kahmul, and on the right side you will now see Cimp, who sends gate skip. So how this skip works is there is gonna be a death campaign right on top of a kill box. And by reposting this enemy, your fist clips out of bounds and touches the death cam box, but not the kill box. So the game thinks you're about to die. However, you didn't touch the death cam, and because of resources problems, the games of both players will not load in any new assets. So everything that is loaded stays loaded, and nothing new is going to be loaded in anymore. So the collision of the bridge is loaded, so you can just walk over it. But the bridge, the gate to enter Sense is not actually loaded. So you can just walk through it, quit out, and you're now into Sense.
Yeah, sadly, or luckily, depending on who you ask, the rest of Sense isn't loaded after that room. So you can't just walk through a whole of Sense in Deathcam and avoid all enemies.
No, there's only like a little bit loaded.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not enough. After a while, you will just fall down. And also, that green dot that helps you know where your character is actually the aura of the crosscut shield. And without the crosscut shield, you would just see nothing. It's neat that you always have that shield basically if you do the glitch.
Yeah, the shield makes it a little bit easier to like know where you are.
And you will see bow runners quit out here because there's a boulder coming down that slope, and yeah, they don't want to get hit by it. And resetting, quitting out and reloading. Resets the burner, boulder. What the fuck? So they get past.
And both runners took an intentional. Wow, words are hard, man. They took an intentional hit from the arrow truck there, as he had under that 20% health. You're gonna see the runners do that a lot. Mostly they're gonna do that using falls, but sometimes they're gonna use different methods, like enemies or traps, for example, right now. And now you can see, especially on Kahmul's side, that his character is glowing, which means he is now under 20% health with the rotation ring active. So his attacks now do almost double damage, or roughly double damage. And you get the moveset glitch on top of that on the Drake Sword. So now his Drake Sword attacks twice, and he has double damage for that attack. So he more or less deals 4 times damage that he normally would do, which will result in some insane damage output.
And that is very handy in this fight against the Iron Golem, because the Iron Golem has a really cool mechanic that makes him stagger if you hit his knees, or underneath his knees, for 400 damage in total. And another 200 will make him fall off. And as you saw on Mul's side, this can be used to make him fall off the arena, and it will kill him instantly. So it's quite a bit of HP draining.
Yeah, definitely. It's basically every route's objective here to make Iron Golem fall off. Like, as soon as you start routing, you immediately start thinking about ways to make Iron Golem fall here, because it's most of the time not worth it to just go and kill him normally.
So I suppose both runners will take the Unloaded Bonfire here.
Yeah, they both had to, because they don't do the early and Rondo segments, so they need this bonfire.
Yeah, so after they fought Owners and obtained the Lord Vessel, they will be able to warp. However, in Dark Souls 1 you cannot warp to every bonfire you visited, but only a select few. And the Unloaded Bonfire is one of those bonfires you can warp to.
Sadly, you have to reset it though to make it active. It's not like you're gonna get the bonfire and all the warpable bonfires are instantly warpable. You have to reset the bonfire first to make it warpable.
The sad thing is that lighting it doesn't count either. So actually lighting a bonfire does nothing in this game.
No,
just
definitely.
Get a thick pop-up. It's lit, fam.
it's lit. So upcoming for both runners here is the Rafters. And the Rafters have these neat little enemies called Painting Guardians. And Painting Guardians basically defy every rule that is set in this game for the player. Like having invincibility frames, doing rolls for gates and stuff like that. They just don't care about that. They just attack you and backstab you in the midst of those animations. So even though you think you're invincible, you really are not.
That's quite sad.
The Dove Runners didn't get the backstabs from these guys, so that's nice.
Yeah, both of those will have a quite a long running segment now to get to the Owners Peach Bonfire, they will probably both take. And to get to their main weapon for, in Kim's case, the rest of the run, and in Mul's case, a lot of the run. At least the Dragon Tooth. So those battering demons, they can throw spears down there, which can be scary. You will survive one, even if you run. By the way, if you are running, you get counter damage, so you take a little bit more damage. But there are different methods of dealing with those battering demons. You can either look back and see them throwing it, or you can use sound cues to dodge them.
Sound cues are completely inferior, by the way.
I do not agree.
Kahmul's gonna use the same weapon as Kim, the Dragon Tooth. Oh, in the end, he's gonna use Dark Beat. Yeah, magic.
Yeah, on Kim's side, you will see the wider Drake Sword is equipped here, because the R2 will knock the Silver Knight right off if he doesn't move. That's super comfy. Did we explain the cross-quest shield, by the way?
No, we did not. So the Graska shield is a shield that Botan is using right now, and the simple thing that's a little bonus of the Graska shield is it's going to boost your stamina recovery by a little bit each time like you recover stamina. So Botan is going to go and try and have the Graska shield on for the most part of their running segments. However, the stamina recovery is so little that it's not really worth like going out of your way to get it. If it's on your way and you can, then it's nice, but it saves like 1 second every minute of pure running. So it's nice to have, but it's not like a must in this game.
Yeah.
Also upcoming is the Orange and Smoke segment. Both winners gonna go and intentionally take damage here to set up RTSR. Then they're both gonna go and move swap the running attack of the Rapier onto the Dragon Tooth. And they're gonna go and fight Orange and Smoke, which is one of the more RNG having fights in this game. Yeah, skill and like experience is like a huge part here, except when you're Kahmul and you get insanely lucky.
You got really good RNG there. So you see both runners moving a little bit slower now because they're trying to race so much that they are not fast rolling anymore, which makes this fight a little bit harder too.
Yeah, Kim getting the bad opener and getting a jumpy orange team, completely outskilled.
Kahmul got through there really easy. Kim sadly not. So the trick is that the double attack of the Dragon Tooth will stagger both enemies. So you can, well, in theory, you can safely attack, and the one you attacked will not attack back because he's staggered. Sadly, in phase 1, well, you have 2 enemies, so that's always the spooky part. After phase 1, you should not have a problem. And I say that as someone who died twice during this tournament in phase 2.
Should not have a problem.
Should not have a problem, because you can stun lock Smurr.
Yeah. So yeah, Kim had a little bit of a bad opener there and went for the YOLO, didn't really pay off. Cannot really like say he's wrong going for the YOLO because he's racing against a really strong opponent. So I cannot really blame him there. Kahmul also got really good RNG. And Kahmul is kicking off Lotrek right now. And Lotrek will actually go and kill the Firekeeper. And that way you're gonna lose the Enrolondo or the Firelink Bonfire. But if you kill him right like that, then he won't do that. And on top of that, you're gonna get a sweet ring that's gonna like give you more HP, more equip load, and more stamina, which is really nice to have. Yeah, 20% for each of these stats. Kim getting a little really jumpy Smo here, but it should be. No, I'm not gonna say anything. He's dead.
He's fine. Good.
So Kahmul is losing time here, but he's gonna go and get a spell called Great Heavy Soul Arrow, which he will use for the little bit in the DLC and for the Moonlight Butterfly, where Kim will have to use fire bombs. Both of these players will now go and kill Quelaag.
Yeah, it's not Kim opening the quit out menu here, and that's because normally the game is timed in-game time, and then it's faster to quit out on door openings. But luckily he didn't pull through.
A little bit of muscle memory there.
Save those few seconds over real time. Okay,
so Kahmul will just
super fancy drop now.
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the oldest like kind of strats in this game. On top of that, Kahmul will just go and face Quelaag right now. The drop here is intended, and the timing of the drop here is intended to give him the red tear ring perfectly when he arrives at Quelaag. Kimp will have a little bit of a detour right here because he's gonna grab an upgrade material for the Dragon Tooth. Kahmul will also get this upgrade material, but he will get it a different way, which we'll see a little bit later.
I also see both runners sending the elevator back up because they needed to fight 4 kings later on to get back again. And by the way, for everyone who was not familiar, the Moonstone glitch is actually quite a hard glitch. But thankfully, we have 2 very experienced runners here, so you'll probably not see them fail that glitch too often.
Kahmul quickly disposing of Quelaag with RTSR and the Dragon Tooth. The reason why he deals so much damage is because the Dragon Tooth, on top of like the previous we told you about the glitches so far, but on top of that, the Dragon Tooth is like a late or mid-game weapon, and yeah, Quelaag is like an early game boss, so yeah, it gives a little bit of damage.
Pretty major sequence break in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
So you normally cannot get through the Sense Gate and into the Sense Fortress and Iron Golem without Ring and both Bells of Awakening, which are behind Kralak and Gargoyles.
So here's gonna be like the first main difference in roads, like other than starting classes. Kimp is gonna like I just said, gonna grab an upgrade material, and Kahmul is just gonna grab this Daughter of Chaos bonfire and warp away, and get the upgrade material in a different way. Kimp, however, will just use the bonfire a little bit later on, and do the entire bit of chaos segment right now.
And now we saw
Kahmul will do it later.
those 999 arrows road mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Also the Red and Smith box and the Crest of Artorias, which is basically it's a key, but for some reason it's not a key. To open the door in the Darkroot garden where Kahmul is heading now.
Yeah, the reason why Kahmul is doing this is because he's gonna kill the Hydra, and the Hydra is the killing of Hydra is required to enter the DLC. And a little bit of a bonus of killing the Hydra is he gives you the exact upgrade material that you need to upgrade the Dragon Tooth. And Kahmul is going to use that upgrade material and duplicate it, and that way he doesn't have to pick up the upgrade material like Kim just did.
Kahmul creating out here not necessarily a muscle memory here, but also to drop the aggro of the 3 enemies behind him, because you cannot light and rest at a bonfire if you have enemies aggroed on you. And he wants to take that bonfire.
It's probably faster RTA wise, you just quit out there and not kill all the enemies.
Yeah. And that bonfire is super important, because you reach a lot of stuff from there. You reach the Hydra, you reach the Sith and the Moonlight Butterfly boss, and the entrance to the DLC. And on top of that, that bonfire is also not warpable, so you kind of want to do all of that at once.
Which is probably Kahmul's like major like objective right now, is to go and enter the DLC as soon as possible, because in the DLC he's gonna go and pick up a spell that is really, really good, and he's gonna use that for the rest of the game. So he wants to get that spell ASAP, which is why he goes and kill all the and go and let me say that. Go and enter the DLC as soon as possible.
Yeah, now you will see also Muro using those 5 bombs he bought earlier for the Hydra. So it's a 3 cycle instead of 4.
An important point on Kim's side is Kim just put all the bombs, the dragon skill in the bottomless box, and something else. I think no, there's the bombs and the dragon skill in the bottomless box. And he does that because he's going to use it for a duplication glitch, as he's going to do right now. So how this works is Kimp is going to view the prompt of dropping 999 arrows. After that, he's going to do some menuing. Like here, he's going to view it. He's going to do some menuing here. And the game now stores that prompt. If he stops moving... Alright, there you saw it. It was really fast. But after the menuing is done, he has to keep moving. After he stops moving, the game is gonna ask if he wants to use the hunger bone. He's gonna say no, and for some reason, the game now lets you view the prompt of 999 arrows again. So you're gonna say yes, and you're actually gonna sell 999 dragon skills and bombs. Now, on top of that, he also sells 999 Quelaag souls, which gives him a lot of souls, as you can see right here. Now, because that's not enough already, there's the third thing happening right now, where before he went to Firelink, he put stuff in the bottomless box, right? If you sell more stuff from the bottomless box than you already own, aka you sold 999 and only owned 1, the game's gonna underflow and give you 99 of said consumable instead. So instead of having 1 dragon skill, he has now 99 dragon skill. Instead of 1 bomb, he has now 99 bombs. And that's that Kim's used right now to upgrade Dragon Tooth +5.
Yes.
Long story short, he gets overpowered by doing menuing.
Exactly. I also saw a question in chat why they changed the weapons after the fight. There are two reasons, at least in the early game. One being that the weight of the Dragon Tooth puts them into the mid-roll status, where they are walking slower and rolling slower, so it's, well, slower, which is not good for a speedrun. And the second reason is because they want to have the effect of the cross-quest shield, which can stamina faster. So we explained it separately, but that's together the reason why they don't keep the move glitch and break in between fights.
So Kim is gonna do a bit of Chaos Segment right now, as we said before. And has a completely infinite rotation setup. And Kahmul on the left side getting rich. Or actually already got rich, but he's now gonna get super OP. So he's gonna level a bit of attunement to attune Hidden Body and Dark Beat later on. He's gonna get 99 intelligence because he's gonna get smithed. And he's gonna level a bit of, and by a bit I mean just 53 strength and 40 endurance. 40 endurance is like the cap of more stamina, so any more doesn't really have any effect. 53 strength is required to go and get the 2-shot on Artorias. So there's not just random numbers, there's actually like a thought behind it. I think Kahmul actually also got 45 dexterity.
Yeah, he could.
And yeah, 45 dexterity like increases the casting speed, which caps at 45. So Kahmul gets 45 dexterity to get the fastest casting speed as he can, because he can.
Yeah, on campsites we just missed the elevator clip. I guess we'll explain that in long when Mool gets to it, but for now only clip through the elevator, and the AI doesn't load of the 5H demon because the load of the AI is, well, it loads when you go through the fog gate. Yeah, tight.
Yeah,
works hard.
It's also like close to the fog gate, so if you go like near the fog gate, if you go out of bounds and you go near a fog gate, it will actually load the AI. But yeah, you see like the power of a Dragon Tooth +5 and like a little bit of strength on Kahmul's side.
Yeah, quickly disposing of Sip there, not a huge problem. Let's see, let's see if Kim sets up Artist up or a Centipede Demon. He doesn't really need it. Okay, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, it says like one running attack.
So,
yeah, it's 3-shot out. But not really needed.
You could have just done ESM at this point, shaking my head.
Centipede Demon, also known as the Camera Reverse crossbow.
Be right back.
You most of the time just see his legs. Kimp not really having a problem there, and now he got the orange chartering, which will allow him to walk through lava, which actually is not only nice, but also needed to get through that area here. Can't get through the outer ring. And also lava is very well made in this game, so I recommend looking at Kahmul's side for now, until Campus has left this area. Kahmul making his way to the Duke's Archives now. That's because he wants to go to the sea early, and to get into the DLC, he needs an item that is in the Duke's Archives only after you kill the Hydra. Because getting to the DLC in Baxis 1 is really easy. So he killed the Hydra and freed Dusk out of the Golem. And now he's gonna kill a Golem here in the Duke's Archives that now drops an item that he wouldn't drop otherwise. And that item will grant him access to the DLC by walking back where he killed the first Golden Golem to free Dusk after the Hydra.
It's pretty straightforward, I have to say.
Yeah, pretty obvious, actually.
Yeah,
and now we are seeing Kimp coming up to the Bed of Chaos boss fight, which is the most favorite boss fight of every Dark Souls 1 player ever. Because it completely ignores what boss fights normally are and makes it to a Mario simulator of platforming.
Oh, yes.
Unless you know that one trick. Devs hate him.
casual players also hate him. Look how
Yes.
this does a single trick. Right.
Yeah,
So
find
I
out
was
how that
talking
single
about.
trick helps your runs.
So what Ben was talking about was the turkey bombs. And turkey bombs are basically 2 bombs you throw in a specific place. And they destroy the 2 little orb that of Chaos has in order to actually proceed to the boss fight. So he chose these 2 bombs. Are you gonna close your mic? Okay, here we go. I was really confused there. So he's gonna aim with the bow, and after that he's gonna throw 2 bombs, and those 2 bombs will destroy the orbs. And he's gonna be right in the middle, and it's gonna be able to roll straight into the core of Bed of Chaos after he destroyed both orbs as of right now. There we go. And he's gonna roll through it and easy peasy destroy and kill Bed of Chaos. Oh my god, why am I saying things like this? I'm so sorry. I will never talk ever again.
Please, bro, that's on you.
I mean, he has 24 vitality. Why didn't he heal up to full? I'm not gonna take the blame on this. I'm gonna be honest here.
I think I'm thinking about giving up here. Because
No,
he didn't take
I
anyone
didn't.
for anyway.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Is this it?
it was like, I don't know how many minutes of walking back to the boss fight.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. This is not me. With the amount of levels and vitality Kimp has, he could just definitely heal up to full and he would have been fine. But what Kimp just experienced was the Bed of Chaos Firestorm, which was he did it fast enough, but there is a chance that Kimp will get Firestorm, and yeah, well, that happens.
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky.
Yeah, it's definitely unlucky, but on the other hand,
he would still have survived it. Yeah,
he could have really easily survived it by just healing up.
Well, on the other side, Kahmul just beat Thief, one of the Lord's Souls, and he got an item for the DLC. So yeah, now he will fight Butterfly, and then he can access the DLC finally to get his spell. Yeah, he will do quite a bit of the Moonlight Butterfly fight. I should start it off again. It's normally very annoying for melee routes because you can't hit the butterfly with melee weapons until quite some time passed. But that's one of the reasons why Kahmul picked up magic so early, because now you can dispose of the butterfly real quick. Yeah,
I'm not sure how much time it saves in this route, but I know in using Great Heavy Soul Arrow and base dexterity, it saves 8 seconds over using the fire bombs. It's not major, but especially in this route where his causing speed is insanely high and his damage is really high as well, I think it saves it a bit more, around 15 seconds.
Plus his spell is also faster.
Yeah.
Just because he has a faster spell.
Kim died to a bit of chaos, Alibaba, which was completely not my fault. I am not taking this blame, guys.
I say easy peasy, kill bed of chaos now. Oh well.
I should never commentate, man.
Kahmul, by the way, used multiple times the ring Hydra dropped for artist setups, which is a ring that first halves your HP and actually halves it, so your max HP goes down as well. And well, it gives you more spell charges, but you never need that perk of it. And why do you want to have your spell health? Well, for artist setups. So once you can just equip it and unequip it to have half your max health, or you can use the reduced max health for fancy fall setups, because the fall damage will change depending on your maximum health. And well, with half health, your maximum health is changed. So you get different damage on the falls.
Which makes RTSR setups a lot easier. Well, I mean, forfeiting here makes sense. I'm not sure who asked, but forfeiting like against Kahmul, this lost him like 5+ minutes. It's over. It's definitely over. I would have kept going as well. I think it's kind of odd for him to like just stop here. But it's definitely over, but still. Like Kahmul made mistakes as well. Kim could have gotten like a really good run still. I think it's kind of not gonna like say anything, but I think Kim could have still gotten like a good run if Kahmul like dies to like Manus or Calamite multiple times. It can happen. It's not likely, but it can definitely happen. But that's just my email.
Yeah, your email. Okay.
My email, definitely.
Yes, again, Kahmul making it quick with the Guardian there. One running attack in the weak spot and Guardian dies. Strength of +5 RTSR and move up is completely balanced. Totally deaf intended, by the way. And now you will see him pick up the hidden body spell, which makes it exactly what it says. It hides your body, which is nice to not draw enemy attention. I'll require out here again to drop aggro, so I can get through there easily.
Oh, yes. I paused my stream. Oh no.
Call commentator, are you still there?
Hello?
Yes, hi.
I wasn't muted, no.
Okay. You will see Kahmul now do a sick strategy. Abusing a bug glitch called fall damage cancel, where he will plunge a ledge, and this will allow him, because he will get pushed out of the fall, to roll during the fall, and then you can roll the damage, fall damage basically, which is also totally deaf intended. And the madman will actually go for the early trigger, maybe? Or it just sets up RTSR, I'm not sure.
No, it just sets up RTSR. No.
Yeah, it actually goes for the early Calamite trigger. So Calamite deals DLC boss, which is as easy to fight as it is to get into DLC. So to get through him, you first trigger him by walking to his arena, or how about his later arena, which Kahmul does right now. And then you get a key out of a mimic. You go to a door and open it with the key you got. You talk to an NPC there. He will shoot a dragon down for you, and then you can fight him in this arena.
All in this specific order. And yes, it's just that easy as getting the DLC into the DLC in the first place, which was super easy, as we stated before, right?
Yeah. And Kahmul is a madman. That's why he does the trigger early with RTSR range. Even so, it does like two-shot him, and it saves like 3 seconds.
Yeah, 2.5 to 3 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, so completely worth it in a race.
Duh. I mean, I don't think he watches the race, but still, I think that Kahmul goes for these kind of strats on regular runs anyway, and I do think it's a bad thing to peach.
Doing the disc strafe.
Like peaching is like doing safety strategies is good, but at some point you're gonna want to like stick to your normal run, you know, like just stick what you're used to basically.
Plus, if you're facing a very experienced and good runner like Kim, you cannot overdo it with safety strategies. Because it might just cost you this run because you didn't skip that bonfire, and well, those 10-15 seconds can cost you the run in the end.
Yeah, I guess you're gonna get Kimp in here as soon as Kahmul finishes, if you're back with that Kimp.
Yeah, Kahmul are making use of their hidden body spell here to not get completely obliterated by all these dudes. I mean, it is obviously it is possible to get through their hidden body, but it's really annoying.
This DLC is basically where From Software started to like get the Dark Souls 3 idea stuck in their head when more enemies means harder game, of course. So like there are these places in this game where there are like 200 enemies stuck on top of each other, and like they all do like half your health because that makes the game harder, actually. So, but yeah, they just like put a lot of enemies on top of each other, and it's just really bad for speedruns. So we're just gonna get this spell that's on the way, and in like the most optimal condition, I guess it doesn't save time if you can just dodge everything. But that's really unrealistic.
Yeah, it depends how much time you spent on dodging, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So what you just saw was Cimp using the Lloyd's Talisman he got from the Chester Merchant. We also got Green Blossoms and Black Firebombs. To make the Mimic give him his item instead of having to fight the Mimic. It wouldn't be that much of a problem, but it's just a little bit faster. Just get it. Now he's crossing Hellbridge, which is only has a name because of people running over there without hidden body. But the name's still stuck. And now he's gonna make his way down to Chasm and fight Manus. The next DLC boss, and second to last. Because there are 4 bosses in DLC.
I already told Fiesel about it, guys. Don't ping me every second message, please.
Let's see if it will take the bonfire here.
I mean, I
guess he will.
There you go.
He kind of has to because he doesn't have hidden body charges left. And he wants to pick up Dark Beat. And it's really risky without hidden body.
Yeah. So Kahmul needs 2 great heavy soul arrows for this.
Yeah, alright, that's a sick Black Firebomb starting in.
That one was amazing.
As you can see, hidden body doing his work. The monkey's there, just hearing that their monkey sorcerer leader got hit. They just look at him like, what is happening? Because they don't see the caster. And for some reason, also not a spell that's coming right out of your catalyst, but well, game logic.
Definitely.
And now we have the game audio.
A little bit low.
A little bit lower, but okay.
So Kahmul's now doing a thing called Manus Focus Skip. He doesn't die to this time. Feels good. So normally there's a Fogate there, and the Fogate takes time, like the pathing in general is slower. On top of that there is a cutscene that we skip right now. So yeah, there are 2 things that makes the Fogate skip actually quite a bit faster.
Almost sound. You also see Kahmul using Green Blossoms now, which I bought from a merchant. That will boost his stamina regeneration by 93% for 1 minute. Helps quite a bit in fights, because sadly the move of glitch also means that you consume the stamina of a double running attack of the heavy weapon. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, if only it used stamina of the right hand weapon, that would be amazing.
It will be completely broken.
Yes.
Even more than it is. Yeah, now Kahmul will go up to Gaur, the NPC you need to crest key for, to shoot out Calamite, so I can finally fight a dragon.
That darned dragon.
Yeah. And since he has a Dragon Tube +5 with RTSR and Movework, it will actually be a 3 running attack fight to get to Calamite down. Which is quite convenient. Also quite interesting considering that Calamity is the second highest health pool of a single entity, I think, in this game, after Menace.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's actually called Goog. Red. I have to
Goog.
actually. Yeah, it's Goog.
I do not accept this pronunciation.
Well, you gotta live with it, man.
Nope. I'm not gonna call him Goog.
Well, how are you gonna like? What is his name? It's not Go. It's something else. He actually says the game, but I'm just too bad.
We always skip the cutscenes. You can't know.
I'm named speedrunning.
Yeah, but Goof sounds dumber. Like it's not Goofy. It's a giant.
Say Goog. The G at the end.
Oh, yeah. That sounds so much better.
Captain verified, and Captain is a world record holder.
Yeah, but Captain
that
French.
Makes sense.
Or I mean, Swiss French.
He is French.
I don't trust the French English pronunciation.
Gonna get some angry whispers right now?
No, not precious at all. Kahmul getting the perfect opening here. Getting 3 running attacks in, and now I can. Alright, and he gets a backward. Yeah, that was kind of the perfect fight. No problem at all.
Is it Gov? Good. I'm just kidding. The only real question of this run.
I will not pronounce him like Goofy and Mickey Mouse.
I think we should get Vati in here. Vati or Epic Name Bro or any lower master.
Exactly, you don't say Smoth or Smog. Because it's not written Smog. Whatever. Kahmul heading to this Radium, which is first the boss, so you need to kill it anyways, and second you will need to go back there anyways for the Peculiar Doll, which will grant him access to the Painted World, which will grant him access to Priscilla. And while the Painted World has kind inhabitants, Priscilla's still a boss, so still have to kill it. The girl with the fluffy tail.
With fluffy tail?
Yeah. It just has to wait a bit, pretending to be an egg until the bird finally picks him up and gets him to the asylum again, which was the starting area. You will recognize it, I suppose. And here again, the ring coming in handy, half his health, and now he will take the drop down to the stadium to get into RTCR range. And yeah, now you will also see him using the Dark Beat spell, which is completely balanced and normal.
Are you doubting the balancing in this game?
No.
Okay, then you better not.
I have long ago subscribed to Miyazaki Facts. They're all positive. You also see Kahmul using the Dark Sign here now, because, well, he doesn't need bones anymore, because he doesn't need souls anymore, so he can just use the Dark Sign. Which is a smart implementation by the developers, I guess, because you have it from the start, you can't drop it, so you have always a possibility to get out of anywhere, should you clip out of bounds or something, and cannot get back in the bounds again.
Out of bounds in this game are actually kind of, well, I wouldn't say hard, because there are some really easy ones. But this game is kind of not broken in that aspect. Like, I know like other games, like say some Assassin's Creed where you can just like fall out of bounds easy peasy. But in this game you actually somewhat, like getting out of bounds in this game is actually, you have to look for it. So.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you stumble across normally.
Yeah.
There are covered even... I'm waiting, okay. Easy fight for Mu, because just get the timing right and you kill him with one Dark Beat. If you fail the timing, you get chucked by a gigantic demon with 2 machits. And then you're kind of dead.
Yeah, the real boss here are the dogs, mostly for like any casual player, but Hidden Body makes you completely invisible for the dogs, so they really don't care about you anymore.
Yeah. Also,
Kahmul is that is his.
that's like ring. What is it called? Ring of the fuck ring or whatever. That
Ring
makes
of-
the
oh.
dogs ignore you too.
Yeah, the ring of fog. It's like a
Casual
dark
skills.
beat. It's like a dark beat or what? Hidden body replacement, but it's like less effective.
So,
So you saw Kahmul do a couple of ring swaps, which you completely forget to explain because we are very good commentators. Oh no, we actually did explain. I'm sorry.
I did
You
explain
actually
the last ring.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So he swaps in and
I am
out
actually
just
good.
ring. Wow. All right. You know what? You can do the rest of this commentating yourself. It's fine.
Okay, no problem.
First you got
believe
like
now?
maybe on like killing Kim Swift, then you're gonna call me
God,
best
you did.
commentator. What is this?
Because you did. Completely normal to
I
blame
still
you.
think Zero Blade.
Okay. However, back to commentary.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna leave you down here.
Yes,
I'm
yeah,
not
definitely.
that. Okay.
Go.
Okay. So then, Kahmul, making his way down to the catacombs
To go
To
and kill.
kill.
Peter. Yeah.
to kill Pinwheel and also Nitro. Because those are bosses. I know that's mainly the reason why you do anything in all bosses run. To kill bosses.
What a guy.
Because, well, there's not anything left to do setups for. Because, well, you completed your part already. Your weapon is
Yeah.
upgraded. You have a spell you want.
Yeah, after the DLC is basically clean up from the rest of the game. So that's what
Are you
Kahmul is
back?
gonna do right now. Yeah, of course I'm back. I'm gonna
So
leave you
let's
alone,
see
man.
if Kahmul goes for RTA certs here. Does not go for RTA certs. So in-game time wise, it's obviously smart to quit out there and let the starter animation finish, because it does for some reason if you quit out.
Kahmul has like zero reason to go for RTA strats right now. It's a deathless run. He did optimal stuff. Like even if Kahmul doesn't know about Kim forfeiting, there's no reason to think he's like majorly behind.
That's true. Plus, he basically created this route, the fast RTA route, if I can remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yeah, how can I beat this turn and besides my godly skills? I also need a route that also is faster than anyone else's.
Superior
Well,
corner cutting.
Because he's the supreme leader, he's also the supreme router and needs 1 day for that route.
Because thought about Dragon Tooth plus 5 for weeks and weeks on. There are variations with Dragon Tooth that was like 0 and getting other skills, and there were ESM routes. Kahmul does it all on its own.
And also the super swag R2 finish on people there.
Yeah.
Something you only see in Supreme routes. Let's see if he does the fairly new routing through the Tomb of the Giants. As you can see, a really well-developed area.
I still haven't seen
As you can see, you see nothing.
best area.
Not during the superior routing. Probably not during Fog Escape either.
I'm highly disappointed. In my heart, he didn't do any of the memes. He didn't trigger the cleric. He didn't do superior routing. Kim won. I said it right there.
Dang. So the Nito fight will be somewhat comfy. I am about to jinx it already.
It's you this time, right?
You will do a ring swap with the Dusk Ring again to half your health and use a drop into the arena for RTSR setup. And you will cast Hidden Body before you drop down, so the little skeletons don't aggro on you. And then you can just kill Nito with 3 Dark Speeds from the distance, super safe. Yeah. Unless the only thing that can go wrong are screens. And if you get hit by Shinji there.
Yeah, but there are setups for it to go and kill Nito before any of that becomes relevant. So yeah, like Kahmul really like seasoned runner, knows how to deal with stuff. Easy peasy, definitely.
Now you said it again.
Yeah. Gotta make it somewhat interesting, you know. Add a scream, there we go.
That's the first scream. Yeah, okay.
And for 700 streams.
I don't think so.
Oh, and then Ace of Dodge, Nito, Monk S guys.
Didn't get a crab. The crab is basically the only thing that can go wrong, because no one knows how to dodge a crab, because no one knows where the hitbox is, because it never happens.
No, up close there are no hitboxes.
Up close there's no hitbox, that's true.
I really want to view like the hitboxes of this guy, like actually like make them visible. Like around his like his pride, I guess. There's just like nothing at all. There is a visible sword, but you can literally walk into the sword and nothing happens. It's
the hitboxes are really weird, in a good way for the runner.
Oh, you have a fancy
dang. How fancy is that?
Nice.
Yeah, you see Kahmul equipping the ring that Sif dropped like half an hour ago. Because that ring will make him be able to walk into the abyss. And that's where the next boss fight will be, in the abyss. Because lore reasons. The fucking boss fight. Man. Lore. And yeah, 4 Kings is an interesting fight, because he will most likely only fight 2. I don't think he has the setup for 1 king.
He will fight 2. If he fights 3, he loses.
So
the
each
2 kings fight is easy.
Yeah, so each by the way, he does seal skip right now. He just goes out of bounds. Well, that's not really out of bounds, only out of bounds as long as the water isn't drained. But where he is now is out of bounds, and you can get there with an easy roll from there. So if the water is drained, you can actually just walk there and roll over it, and you're out of bounds. That's one of the easy out of bounds Bro talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the 4 Kings fight coming up. It's named because you're supposed to fight 4 Kings. But they all share 1 health bar, and damaging 1 king, each king has a own health bar, will damage the health bar of their boss as a whole.
Yeah, the shared one.
The shared bar, exactly. And you can actually overkill kings. So the king will die here, and King will just shoot Dark Beats on the dying animation. And well, just overkill the king by like 5,000 HP. I think they have like 9,500 or something in total.
I have no idea.
Something like that. And well, as you see,
moving the shield.
First King's dead, and it's already like 8,000 down.
Hard boss fight, by the way.
Yeah. It's basically in the 4 Kings is a DPS test. Really.
Yeah, in casual it's without a doubt the hardest fight in there. Like, if you fight him like 1-on-1, then like without any like heavy armor, you just fight him like naked with you and your scimitar plus 13 because you couldn't find any more chunks because this game's so you just fight him with like your whatever weapon you have at that point, and like you do like really little damage, and like 4 kings spawn at the same time, and they're all like going ham at you, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, because the kings are not dependent on how much damage you deal, or well, first thing, there's a maximum of 4 kings at once you can face, and they will spawn after a certain time, like 40 seconds, I believe.
Yeah.
And not after a certain damage. So it's completely possible to not damage the first king at all and have 4 kings in the fight. And then you have 4 of them waiting down on you. It's kind of Monka.
Monka shake.
Yes. Very well.
I dare to say that the rest of the game is completely free for Kahmul. Like, there's nothing he can do wrong.
Nothing.
Ever.
Absolutely nothing.
No. It's just press R1 a couple of times.
Yes, so, well, that of course is still up.
So,
you shouldn't have a problem, because there's 24 wit and you just can't just heal up, easy peasy. Are we going for the death rope here? What a god. I guess he could get 2 Dark Beat ceaseless? Not sure about this word.
I don't know. I think it's a 3 Dark Beat anyway.
Anyway?
But it doesn't lose at any time, luckily.
And
I mean, I guess it does lose a little bit of time, but like it's not any significant time.
And now we can explain the elevator
Yeah.
code where it happens. So
Go ahead.
the elevator, so the round thing you see on the ground is an elevator, by the way. And it belongs to a different area, which would be the demon ruins below. So it loads a little bit slower than your character, and your character moves a little bit backwards each quit out. And after enough of those quit outs, he will move down that slope the elevator is on, and eventually clip through before the elevator loads and blocks him. Like that. And then you can just plunge the fire sage. Or hit it the branch on the ray and die from fall damage.
Easy.
Free. Nothing can happen. Nothing can kill him. Yeah, that can happen. Because that branch sometimes decides to be solid. Sometimes it also doesn't decide to be solid. Not sure. Nothing can happen, guys. Nothing.
Just press R1, man. Just press R1. If you pressed R1, it would have been fine. But you didn't press R1. It's nice that also Kahmul died to this, because like mere mortals like myself and like a lot of other people also died to this. It's nice to not be the only one.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I had a PB where I died 3 times, but it's rough.
No, like that is just too much, man. Like there are limits.
Yeah, that was nice. Luckily, I'm not talking about my runs here, but about Kahmul's runs. And he beat the fire sage in a long, hard fight.
Yeah, it was intense.
Changed a couple blows, but it was very one-sided blows, I guess.
Like I said, just press R1.
And actually taking the bonfire here.
Yeah, probably because of the amount of costs.
Yeah, that might be. He needed 4 for the fire sage, and I guess
I think it's
enough.
3 for fire sage, but he also has 3 costs because he doesn't have the ring, the bellowing dragon crest ring.
Oh, what?
Oh,
okay.
I guess his entire stream just dropped because his timer also stopped. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Or maybe the restream had problems. One of those two.
It doesn't matter. It's just a couple frames.
Okay.
Spliced.
Obviously spliced. Here we see him taking down quite easily Centipede Demon. A little bit easier fight in comparison. Because, well, you shoot Dark Beat instead of running at him. But nonetheless, getting it in 2 Dark Beats actually requires skill, as opposed to 3. And yet again, embrace the niceness of this area and the textures in it. Close, totally fine, and not an eyesore at all. Oh god. And wait, he has Arnold on the left afterwards, and it would be it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Nothing can go wrong.
Captain, remove that emote. Please do it. Please remove it. Weeps out. Oh my god. This guy.
Okay, let's see if Kahmul heals up for this. Or, oh yeah, he will heal up. So that should make him able to survive a Firestorm attack. Unless he gets the frame, or not frame, but pixel perfect double Firestorm. Well, that's pretty unlikely. It totally not happen now. Yeah, would be kind of cool to see, actually. Just for science. But,
Lads, no!
for speed, we obviously hope it doesn't happen. Yes, we do hope that. Not staggering their fire Judas there, daughter of Chaos.
Wait,
One
no,
of the daughters of the Witch of Iceland.
You can actually not get a double Firestorm, actually. Like I just thought about it, you cannot. No, Firestorm is on a timer, and once Firestorm went off, there's like a specific amount of downtime. I'm not sure like how much, but there is a specific amount of downtime.
You can stand in a way that
you can
two
stand,
pillars hit you at once.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
And that requires some skill actually to exactly hit that position. So let's see if Kahmul shows us how to do that.
There we go. We'll through the two bombs.
Perfect death. Probably not. Yeah, he doesn't get a Firestorm. And well,
actually, easy.
Easy peasy, just press R1 as Bro just said. Completely right.
Just a little bit too early. I said it like around an hour too early.
Okay, now we'll do Quinlan and Priscilla, and then I will be done so. Well, after obviously beating the end boss Quinn, the Lord of Cinder, and becoming either the next sacrifice for the first flame or being the Dark Lord.
Lore, by the way.
Lore. Quinlan, by the way, is a boy raised as a girl because of moon stuff.
We don't have to talk about the lore. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just saying.
Okay. So Quinlan should be a one-shot here, but to get to him is the real test of skill.
Quinlan is a boy, by the way, and raised as a girl. I'm not sure.
I already said that.
Oh, sure.
Shut up. So Quinlan as a boss fight is, dare I say, horribly designed.
No.
No, okay. He is designed without any...
in a manner that is...
fine. Yes. It is a boss, and it thus has to be killed by casting one dark bead in his face. To get to his face, you have to deal with 3 attacks, because that's all you can do. But with slight variations. You can either go double arrows or triple arrows. There is a one horrible attack, one pretty okay attack, and one really good attack. That's the horrible one, the multiple missiles.
This one is really one he wants to get. Yeah, he wants to get that one when he's closer, so he can go in. It's actually not one dark bead in this route. It's actually 2 dark beads. So he needs the he needs the arrows.
That's the kind of okay attack.
With this one, you can actually go in his face if you can one-shot him, but he cannot. So he has to wait for the arrows. If you can one-shot Gwynlyn, you can go in with the orb, because that will trigger a teleport, and during the teleport you just kill him. Sorry.
Shaking my SMH. Oh, really? It's not a one-shot. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of annoys me. Because well, if you're 99 int, why don't you one-shot it? Shaking my
SMH.
SMH, indeed. So now he just has to make his way to the painted world, brutally slaughter Priscilla, as gentlemen tend to do, and then he just goes to Quinn.
Mining that 115 and goes home. It's not gonna be 115, but it's gonna be a really good time. Probably like a 117 or so, 117, 118.
Yeah, it might actually be a tournament recce yet
again.
Again.
World record.
Well, not really world record. Bro's lying. Don't listen to him.
Kahmul is just gonna get like all the tournament recce's, and everyone is gonna be surprised, and like most
super
of
surprised.
Yeah.
About that. Okay, so he walks to the painting and presses A, and then he's in the painting, because that's how paintings work in the world of Dark Souls.
You do need a specific doll though.
Yeah, you need a doll. If you don't have a doll, you can't go into the painting.
No.
Because why would you go into the painting if you don't have a doll? That doesn't make sense.
Never go next to a painting with the doll kits.
Yeah, you might just get sucked in, and then you can't leave, because brutal boundary skeletons keep you from going to the floppy tail waifu.
This world is peaceful, and it happens. It inhabits kind.
Yes, so this is the peaceful world of the painted world of Ariamis. And as you see, super peaceful, enemies all over the place. Those hollows, they're really cool. If you kill them, their heads will explode and toxic you if you're close to them. So yeah, it's a really, really nice area, especially for players that don't know the game too well.
Definitely.
But thanks
So,
for
Kahmul
that
using
nice
hidden body
ledge drop
twice.
there. You can skip a whole lot of it. So every one of those pillars has a little, for some reason, little collision on the side where I can drop onto. Luckily, one of those pillars is close enough to a ledge to drop onto it and down to the bridge. Normally, you would have to walk through a lot of, well, not a lot of, but quite a bit of painted world, find a lever, open a door, walk through.
Get wrecked by gun wheels.
Yeah, get wrecked by gun wheels. Obviously.
Very important part.
Yeah, so this boss is actually not hostile until you attack it. So basically, there's not really a reason to kill it, unless the game gives you 2 reasons for it, being 2 achievements. So yeah, you have a choice, but you won't get all the Steam achievements, which is obviously the most important thing in the world. So I kind of have to kill her. I actually didn't kill her in my first playthrough.
Next to SRL points. SRL points are the most important achievement, which
Yeah,
is exactly why
that too.
Kahmul just killed it. Her.
Yes, but I don't even use SRL because Kimp.
Oh, right.
So now he will be rude to a friend and just jump down without talking to him, which makes him mad, but he doesn't need him anymore, so it's okay.
Yeah,
now
this will be a 117, maybe 116 even.
Yeah, to get access to the kiln, you need Lord Souls. You got that was Nito, Thief, Bed of Chaos, and Fuckings. More lore. I mean, all of you have to know the lore of this game, right? Okay, and now it's in the kiln. You will bait out 1 running attack and take a counter. As I said, if you're running yourself, you will get more damage. So we'll use that counter damage to set up Artist R from the Black Knight here. That's the attack you needed.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's about the time you can spam doggos in the chat.
Keyboard warrior, by the way.
World record is 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 2 seconds in-game time.
1:10:46. The 1:10:46 was Kahmul's insane godly PB for the time. Not anymore.
Wasn't 1:10:46 Captain's time?
No, 1:10:46 was Kahmul's PB before Sensuke's skip.
Oh, I thought it was 1:10:48. Whatever. Simon wrote that. What was an insane one?
Wait, are you a Dark Souls historian? I bought Alibaba's book. I read out on it.
Oh shit! Didn't know there was a book. Sorry.
Yeah. Exclusive for me.
So, he will perform a rolling action to dodge potential Black Knights killing through the Gate. Then Peregrine, 2 Dark Beats. Oh, 3 actually. Never mind. And now he will link the fire and get a easy peasy tournament Ricky.
And an achievement. If he was playing online as team. 1:17:44. That's
well,
that's absolutely insane.
Decent time.
Decent time.
Decent time.
Absolutely godly. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna go and ask Bozmanus to come in here. And then I'm just gonna go and book champ about the run, I guess. With a valid reason. Alright, give me a second. I'll mute myself, so let's type in the storm thing start happening.
This is tournament record, yes. By quite a bit actually. The old tournament record was also by Kahmul, 1:18:23, so it's about 40 seconds faster now. Kahmul is a decent player. Oh, let's see if we can get them into
I sent invites to both people.
Okay.
1:13:25 in-game time.
Yeah, casually pulling it off.
That's actually like Nax had a run today on DT plus 5 normal that was 1:12 pace. So just giving you an idea that Kahmul definitely is not like this like he's a supreme leader, but he's not the only one that will ever be able to win this. There are definitely contestants. Kimp is in the setup channel, so I'm gonna put it in here right now. Yes. Hello, Kimp.
Hey boys, what's up?
I'm just gonna just right from the start. I didn't jinx you.
I heard everything.
I did it. I
saw it. I read it.
No.
I think the words were easy peasy, nothing can go wrong, if I remember correctly.
No.
Oh, welcome.
I'm gonna bring my gear to ESA.
So, Kimp, unfortunate. What do you think about this? I'm probably not too fond of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was quite okay with the way I played. I think I played well. It's just that Ornstein wrecked me and Bed of Chaos wrecked me, and I don't think I could have done much.
So my question to you, why didn't you heal to full? You were at 24 HP. Without a count hit, you could have survived the Fire Tempest.
I need to make up time. There was no time to heal.
Alright, that is very true. I guess that's
I felt forced to do that.
If you look back at the run right now where Kahmul got a 117, I guess you're very right in your decision to do so.
I mean, you never know how the race goes when there actually is a race for a long time. Maybe Kahmul was also carefree at the end, and that's why he got this good of a time. You can never know, you know.
Hey, what's up?
But hey, Kahmul, congrats on your run, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
Why did you forfeit?
I wanted to save everyone the time since I died to ONS, RNG, and Bed of Chaos.
Oh, how often?
Yeah.
Just twice, or?
Yeah, those two deaths.
Okay.
Firestorm in the corridor.
So bonfire is taken between Ceaseless Bonfire and Bed of Chaos.
So what do you think about your insane godly time? I mean,
I died to Fire Sage. It's elevator cliff.
Insane godly.
It's a bad run. It's a bad run.
It's definitely absolutely right. I'm sorry.
Would only be rank 10 on leaderboards right now.
No reset when in a race. but for real, how did you feel about it?
He died on purpose, otherwise it would have been sub-Kimp in game time, and he didn't want to do that to me.
No.
Already.
It's
already shameful enough for me. Thank you for that death.
But yeah, what did you feel about run? How do you look at it?
I don't know. It's just a run. I don't know.
Dang, do you think you can beat it?
Just another run, I guess.
This tournament.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. It was all right. I had pretty good RNG throughout. Artorias was bad. But it's like trying to +5, like whatever.
Well.
I mean,
yeah. Nito was a bit spooky because he screamed, and I couldn't kill the third skeleton. And because of not having BDR, I didn't want to go close, so I went for the long distance and then I went for the attack. That was kind of spooky, but alright.
Worked out in the end.
With the league got wrecked there. I mean, no. But yeah, that was definitely like a solid run. Like the only death you had intended death was on Fire Sage elevator clip.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that one? Are you kind of annoyed because of it, or are you just like?
I don't know. It's like it doesn't matter. I didn't lose because of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's right.
But I didn't get. I could have gotten 116 without it. That would have been nice. RTA, I mean.
160.
So, Kimp,
God, this guy.
you are demoting to losers round 6, advancing, whatever. And so you still have the chance to come back in the end. You will face. That's actually not clear yet, because Toyn and Master didn't race yet. So either Dan, Captain Toyn, or Master. Who would you prefer? And why?
I don't care. Anyone, bring me anyone.
Oh, okay. Confident. And same for moves, semifinals, either Nex or Surstitine.
Yeah, I'm fine with either.
Who do you think though? Like Surstitine versus Nex can be really close. Like Nex is like consistent throughout the tournament. Had some kind of like little like bad runs. Like this first one was 125, and like how what do you think? Like Sasutin is like really consistent 126.
I don't know. Both can take it. They're both really good. I don't know. It just comes
really
down
nice.
to the day, pretty much. Like
Yeah, like everything. This is why I lost against you, by the way. Just not my day. This is why Kim lost. It's all pure luck. So yeah, it's gonna be next or Assassin. It's gonna be a close one. So
I'm looking
after that, actually, after the race versus Kahmul, it's gonna already be the finals. But losers bracket still has to catch up a bit. There are quite a few matches still needed to be played. The first of which is gonna be, in a second, Wolfie versus Lucida, which is kind of important for me, I guess. Gonna be playing at 12 p.m. EDT, which is gonna be 6 Central European. Wait, what? Yeah, 6 our time, 6 p.m. Our time. Yeah, there's gonna be the losers round 3. So there's gonna be wrapping up losers round 3. So there's gonna be losers 4, 5, and 6, and 7 and 8 still. Wow. So there is actually 4 losers rounds yet to come, and only 1 round of winners. So
that's good. Then they can catch up, and I have exams the next 2 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Fortunate.
Actually, well. It is actually nice that you don't have to like do your race in the middle of exams. I mean, we probably could have worked around it, but still, it's nice that it's not needed. So yeah, Wolfie against Lucida is gonna be a match basically shifted to a Lucida side, I would say at least.
Damn.
Even though personally, I would prefer to race against Wolfie, but Wolfie is just like the objectively worst player.
Oh.
Nah, like Wolfie can take it, but still. I would like to thank you guys both for the interview. I would also thank Brad for commentating with me. Sadly, not the race we were looking for, but yeah, I can really see Kim's point of view on this one.
And also thanks to Speed Gaming for providing the infrastructure here.
Kim, did you see my run at all?
I saw you like the last 15 minutes, I think.
Okay. Not that you like forfeited and were like, oh, Kahmul didn't die yet, so I'm just gonna forfeit.
No.
Oh yeah. But you were not watching as well, right, Kahmul?
No, I'm completely sealed off when I do the matches.
Yeah, nice. Alright, cool. But yeah, so this is gonna wrap it up for today. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you tomorrow, 12 p.m. EDT, 6 p.m. Central European. Hopefully, we'll see you then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Alright, bye bye guys. Thanks for jinxing.
Bye bye.